What's up, everybody? Joe Morasso here.
Danny Ryan, what's up?
Ordinary Legends podcast, and we have a guest today, Dave Lipa. I don't even know how to describe Dave. Why are we interviewing Dave?
The cartoon character. I don't know what to say about this guy. Everyone that knows him will say this guy's got a story about everything, and that is 100% legit.
Yeah, I would say Dave is on the spectrum of crazy stories. Just that character. Everybody kind of has one, but the stories along the way are insane. I hope you enjoy this podcast because I did.
Welcome to the Ordinary Legends. Welcome, Dave Lipa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ordinary Legends. Boy, do we got a great one today. Joey, who we got today?
Dave Lipa.
Let's go.
Right.
Pleasure to be here.
God, man.
Hold on
Dave
real
Lipa.
quick before, if everyone's wondering, like, what the hell? Why does Danny not have a beer in front of him or a cocktail?
Tell the whole story.
Downstairs, there's a party going on. They got the Rocket Mortgage, the Rocket whatever. They got some sort of rocket party.
Well, first
going
of
on.
all, Rocket Mortgage is a Detroit-based company.
And they got big calves if you're working there, by the way. But what I'm trying to say is there's a huge corporate party going downstairs.
But they're all from out of town.
and I can't get a beer or a cocktail for you two. So we had to improvise. We called an audible.
We
So
went to the Peterborough next door. Great place, by the way.
great place.
Wonderful.
You ever heard of it? It's a really good place.
Come see
It's a very good place.
Sydney's a great bartender.
Dave, though, our boy, our guest, you're about to hear some hilarious stories from. It's like, listen, I'm gonna call an audible. I got something in my trunk. So to improvise, we got a little EH today. We're gonna just pass this bottle around because going downstairs to get a beer is it's gonna be too much work. There's 1,000 people in line.
It's
So
not
Dave-
a gay bourbon.
Dave brought this bottle and he has it in his car. And I said, why do you have a bottle of bourbon? Like, and by the way, this is a $200 bottle of bourbon. Anyway, $200 bottle of bourbon. I'm like, why do you have a $200? In case he's a builder.
In case I had to give a
Need
gift
to
to somebody
schmooze a
that
little bit.
deserved
So,
it.
hey, it worked out.
hey,
we do have a cocktail.
Today, we
here.
love you, all
Yeah.
right?
And we've had a.
Yeah.
Attaboy, yeah, it says it. That's exactly right, Randy. Hey, and when you need some, let us know.
Yep.
All right,
Sip, sip.
Joey, who do we got here today? We got a beauty.
We've got Dave Lipa here. Originally from St. Clair Shores, Michigan.
Correct.
A friend of ours. And we're friends with his whole family, okay? I know his dad. We know his brother. I've coached his younger brother. We know you. So we're friends with you. The reason why we're having Dave on, and you can obviously, you've heard it in the intro video, but you've got some stories, my friend. And you're a character in a great way. And we're going to get into all the stories. We haven't talked to you about anything. What you don't know is behind the scenes is before we get together, before maybe an hour or two before we have a few cocktails, maybe 6 or 7 of them, you know.
6, 7.
Ish.
And we have a good time, and we haven't talked about any of them, so we're basically gonna get right into them. What we do is we're just gonna take your life story, man. We're just gonna see what makes you tick, you know, what makes you operate, and then we're gonna go from this. So you grew up where? In St. Clair Shores.
I grew up in
Michigan.
St. Clair Shores. I went to a Catholic grade school, Catholic high school with both of you guys.
What's crazy, too, when you grow up,
Harper Woods, Notre Dame.
you had
Yep.
3, shout out, the real ND. You had 3 brothers growing up, and you fell where?
I was the second oldest.
So I'm sure you guys never fought or anything like that, right?
When we fought, it was always 2-on-2. There were not really any unfair fights. And it would kind of just scatter. I mean, it was never me and my older brother against the 2 youngers. And it was really just like, who do you want to side with in this fight?
Would your dad do anything when you guys were fighting when you were little? Like, where he's just like, let him go, let him go.
I feel like when we were little, my dad just like let us go. Yeah, you know, he didn't care. No, we had one real strict rule in our house. It was no punching in the face. You couldn't you couldn't mess with anybody's face.
Yeah, of
We were
course.
in
I mean,
that was like the time of the Charlie horse when you were like hitting thighs with your knuckles pointed out like you were in prison.
And we know his brother Pat has huge thighs.
My brother Pat has the biggest legs.
Did you ever hear of, like, when you were little, this is what we did when we were little kids, is you would get over them. So if they're on their back, you put your knees over their arms and you would just poke their head. Dude, that to me is worse than like water torture.
My older brother did some way more fucked up shit than that.
What?
But we'll get into that later. But
I'd like to hear about it.
I'm traumatized.
He's having nightmares.
I'm traumatized from it.
With us, it was the Charlie horses went a long way, and anything that would never leave anything on your face. because then you would leave evidence.
Yeah, of
And as
course.
soon as you got caught doing something, then you got punished.
Did you guys ever like fight during like dinner time? Because you guys are a Catholic family, greatest people on planet Earth. Any fights like during dinner or anything, or was it just like
No, during dinner it was very
You're
clean.
doing it,
was
yeah.
like say your prayers,
Yep.
eat your dinner, wash your plates, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, my mom is one of the most proper women around.
Saint.
and the best?
By the way,
She
can I
is-
just say something about Miss Lipa? She is a canonized saint.
If you don't know her, she is the best.
She has put up with more shit over the last 45 years than anybody could ever imagine, and she's stayed.
Well, we're
I
gonna get
would have
into
left.
that. Yeah.
Hands down, I would have left. But no, dinner was kind of sacred at our house. My dad
Love
would come
that.
home from work, and we would eat dinner relatively quickly, within 15 minutes of him getting home. And then after that,
Your
it
mom
was-
always had a hot plate waiting for it, didn't she?
She did. She cooked almost every meal. You know, my dad was a short order cook when he was younger, and he could cook breakfast, and that was it. Other than that, he helpless. But my mom always cooked every meal, and but after dinner, then chaos would ensue again. It would, kids not wanting to go to bed, mini sticks,
Yeah,
and then
mini
mini
sticks,
sticks leads
yeah.
to the fights, and then
Dinner's
Yeah.
like the eye of the hurricane. Like,
It
I
is.
just picture like it's just like the
100%.
middle, like the calmness.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Dinner was like the eye of the hurricane, and then after dinner, it was just back at it
Chaos.
until lights out. It was very similar.
And
to
just so
jail.
then you have three other brothers.
I have
four,
three other
four
brothers.
total in your family.
Correct.
And you're the second of the two brothers.
I'm the second oldest.
Okay.
It's not a good fall.
So
spot to
basically,
fall
pretty
in.
much normal Catholic East Side
yeah,
family.
pretty much.
Nothing, no huge like trauma or anything going on there or anything.
No, I mean we were as normal as we could portray.
Sure. Yeah. Just a
You
bit.
know?
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Now there's always this story that comes back, and I know this is a little bit later in the years, high school, that kind of thing, where something about you playing buck hunter too long at a bar one time.
Oh, that's after, right?
Yeah,
This is
high school or college.
No, this is after college. This was when I worked for Danny and my brother. I was running the moving and junk removal portion of their company.
Shout out
and,
College Hunks.
College Hunks hauling junk.
We were at
But again, this has to do with like having brothers and shit like this, right?
this is just brotherly
Yeah.
stuff. I was at the bar that sponsored our senior hockey team, Boatworks. Shout out. And me and a friend were playing big buck hunter for a couple $100 a round. And
Wow.
at the time,
The hunting game, like the arcade hunting game.
yep.
Okay.
And
$100.
and I was probably up like $400 to $600, and it was after hours. This was at the time when bars would let you
Yeah, keep
do
going.
your thing.
Oh, they don't do it anymore.
No. And my brother came. I was winning the game, and my brother came up and pulled the plug out of the machine, right out of the wall.
Oh wow.
This is your older brother?
This is my older brother,
Pat.
Pat. And he's like, "We're out of here right fucking now." And I was hot. I was hot. And he was driving me, our other friend, and himself back home. And we're coming down Jefferson from 12 Mile, and he just starts chirping. And so I opened the back door, and I just start kicking his door, trying to break it off the hinges. I was so mad.
Wait, as he was
From the-
driving?
as he was driving. As we're coming down Jefferson, I'm just kicking the door, hoping this thing will snap off. And he's like, "I'll fucking kill you when we get there, fucking."
Oh my God.
Now I'm laughing. He's like, "You're fucking fired. You're fucking fired tomorrow." And
Sorry, I would have rehired you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so we, instead of going to our other houses, he pulls on my parents' street
Oh God.
into their driveway, and he goes, "We're fighting right now." No, and this is the middle of winter. It's freezing cold.
Where are you fighting on? Like their front lawn?
The front lawn. Yeah, a couple of hillbillies. And
What time is this? Like 3 a.m.?
3:30. And our friend that was with us, he's just letting it go. And then, my parents my dad wakes up and he comes running down in his underwear, which is not a pretty sight to see. Guy's been wearing whitey tighties since he was like 7 years old. And he comes out, he's like, Aaron, what the fuck are the boys doing? He goes,
He's yelling at Aaron, not even you guys.
He goes, as if it's his problem.
Yeah.
He goes, something happened with a video game and now they're fighting.
The video game.
Oh my God.
And, you know, the fight finished. They ended up breaking it up. And my brother is not an early riser, as Danny knows. And, you know, the next morning I just said, well, I don't think I'm actually fired. So I went into work at 7 o'clock and he called me around 9:30. He goes, hey, how's the day going? I go,
wait, who called you?
my brother Pat called me.
He wasn't there? Or?
No. 9:30?
Okay. All right.
And he just said, how's everything going? I just said, everything's good. I go, you know,
we're
per
good.
normal. And that's how
business.
brothers, I feel like, should
And
argue.
that's what I love. Like, you know, like you could fight angry, but the next day,
God, man.
yeah.
it's
So a
that's
little
old school.
backtrack
That's old
on
school.
that, on the whole Lipa story is that, you know, like I said, we know the Lipa family, the entire family, and I know his dad,
Dave?
Ron Lipa, through work later in life. I know Pat Lipa through high school. I didn't go to high school with you. I coached
You
your
did.
younger
You just
brother.
didn't care. I graduated.
Woo!
Oh shit!
Oh
dude.
shit!
Sorry about that. We'll talk about that later. But I'll take a pull. But yeah. So God, man, that is so funny. So then the next thing you know, you're basically, you go through life. You work for College Hunks. Talk about that. Let's talk about working for Danny.
Oh
again.
shit!
It was a wonderful
How was Danny as a
time.
boss, by the way?
It was great. I mean, Danny and Pat kind of gave me free reign. They trusted me that, you know, obviously the end goal with any business is to make money. And I've always been, you know, financially driven, and they just kind of let me run with what I was doing, you know, running the guys.
And I'll say this with Dave too. Like, and by the way, like if you're picturing this in a time frame, like we're like younger in life,
Yeah,
no
mid-20s.
kids, mid-20s. But I will say this about Dave is like, Dave could be up till 3:30 in the morning, fighting his brother on the lawn with his dad in his underwear, watching him. And guess who's there the next day at 6:30 in the morning, getting
Dave
the crews
Lipa.
out. Dave, reliable, and he's money driven. So like, not only is a reliable guy, he's like, dude, what are we gonna do to like make our bag today? So like, meanwhile, your brother, well, he was probably at church or something. But like, joking aside, having Dave working with us was an asset because he was always reliable and dependable. When, you know, back then when people are partying till 3, 4 in the morning or whatever it is, they're not. I'm sick. I don't feel good. I have a stomach ache.
nowadays,
Dave, you're old school, and that's what I
I
love
am.
about you. You're an
I
old
feel
school
like
character.
nowadays you
You're
get
old
kids
school.
working for you. They show up late because
Dude,
the peanut
one
butter
day-
jelly
My kid-
wasn't
by the way,
made by their
our,
mom.
Our kids don't have school tomorrow because
Yeah.
it's going to be
Too
cold out.
yeah.
Too cold.
Dude,
Yeah.
I walked in the cold. Maybe I didn't walk, but so the College Hunks Hauling Junk and Moving is a company that I used to own and used to. I wish I miss it, but regardless, though, the name has this, you know, connotation like, and I was the
So
back office.
tight,
I was
though.
like you, Randy, in the back.
By the way, the guy
Yeah,
who's talking in
yeah.
the back is Randy. We used to
Randy?
call him Ray, for God's sakes, but he's been an absolute champ. He's the guy who puts it out here. Big shout out to Randy over
Ray
here.
added an ND
And
to
Bob,
his name,
by the
like
way,
a Notre
an
Dame
absolute
guy.
help to
Now
the
he's a Randy.
podcast.
Randy.
And if you don't know, Marky DeMeso is right behind him. He doesn't want to be on the camera. but he's
Producer,
been-
baby.
These guys have just been
Got
instrumental.
a
in
beautiful
everything
face,
that's been
though. He
going
should be on
So
camera. He's got a
give
face born
Randy
for
his
camera.
props, by the way.
Randy was asking.
Cut that out.
That's a great question, Randy. And we're going to talk about that on the next podcast. Okay, so
Sorry.
gotcha on that. No. It's all good. It's all good. So hold on. So you get in your fights with your brother, right?
Yeah.
So we know your brother Pat. He claims that he broke your collarbone 4 out of 5 times. You've broken your collarbone 5 times. Is that true?
I've broken my right collarbone 4 times and my left collarbone 1 time.
Why do you have weak collarbones?
Some would say I didn't drink enough milk when I was younger.
But
I
your
don't
your
know,
brother,
but now it's impossible to
I don't know
break.
if he proudly proclaims it, but he does proclaim that he.
Okay.
Have you broke anything of his?
There's pride.
Okay.
One, I'm a better golfer, and I know that kills him.
Oh.
However, the collarbone stories, I will say, one was on the canal. We were playing hockey, and he shoved me into one of the boat hoist poles. And okay, so that one didn't count.
What do you mean it doesn't count? That broke
Well,
your collarbone.
because it's not his fault. That was a
boy-
He
He's
shoved
saying
you into the thing.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
one.
Okay,
He'll claim he did that.
I
Though.
only remember two, and the
He claims he
second.
kicked you off a couch or something you were wrestling. Or
Oh my God, he's old.
well, you broke your collarbone 5 times.
Well, this one 4 and this one 1. I will say
5.
the second time this one broke, I was in 8th grade. He asked me to come skate with Notre Dame hockey. He was already skating with.
You were in 8th grade and you got to skate up.
Yeah, it was a summer camp, and I was skating on the team with all the seniors and juniors, and my brother came down and I hit him and he went down, and my team.
He
just,
said he
Oh, no,
said
no.
you went into his thigh.
No, we'll get to that.
Okay.
This was earlier in that same
Oh,
shift.
okay.
And my team went insane. And because they knew I was obviously Pat's younger brother, and he's thick, country strong. And
Thick.
same shift, he comes
you, Pat.
down, and I lower my shoulder, and he just I thought it was his knee. He could say it was his thigh. And I literally felt my collarbone hit me in the side of the neck.
Oh God.
And I didn't even fall, but I just kind of slumped.
Sure.
And I just kind of like skated to the bench, and I was like, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
And then Coach McKay, he's like, David, what's wrong? I go,
My collarbone's in
Coach,
my neck.
I can feel my collarbone. It's hitting me in the neck. And he's like, it's probably not good.
Slaps you on it,
so I ended
bud.
up cutting my pads off, and sure enough, my collarbone had broken 3 spots and came to a point and was
my
literally
God.
pushing my skin up towards the breaking point. It never broke, so it wasn't like a true compound fracture. But that was the most painful.
What do you mean it never broke? Your bone?
No, the skin didn't
Skin.
break. The bone never came through the skin.
That's what constitutes a compound fracture?
yes,
A
when
skin?
the bone comes through the skin.
Okay.
But it was close, and it's still to this day, it's heinous. Like, you can see it very clearly. I'm not gonna. This would be way too graphic to show on. a
You
pod.
mentioned golfing. I know you got 2 major hobbies that you do. You love to hunt. We'll get into that. And you love to golf. 2 big things you love to do. Now, there's some may call you a sandbag. Some may call you a sandbagger. I don't know, but some call you a sandbagger. But there's 2.
Wait, who would call me a sandbag?
I don't know.
That's on him. I'm not a I'm
Anyone listening to this, if Dave's not a sandbagger, let me know. So there's 2 stories that I got to hear about golfing.
Okay.
One is, which is pretty cool. The Ryder Cup's coming up. Was it
Tell the
2000?
Ryder Cup story.
Well, the Ryder Cup's coming up in 2027, Ireland, which is going to be legit, and you were able to go to it, which is pretty sweet. That was the one in Wisconsin, Whistling Straits.
Whistling Straits.
Dude,
Yeah.
how was it?
That was one of the greatest trips of my life. Definitely the greatest golf trip of my life. Not just for the experiences, but the golf that we played on the way out there, being with the 3 guys that I was
gotta be
with.
awesome, dude.
It was phenomenal.
Any good stories while you were there?
Yes. The first story was probably the first round of the whole trip. My brother was a member at a private club in Michigan. Pat.
Which private club was he?
He was a member at Dearborn Country Club.
That's all I wanted.
TPC or Dearborn.
Yeah.
And he got us on at a private course called Mistwood in Chicago. And Pat and I, we like to gamble, and we're playing for a substantial amount of money. And 18th hole comes up, and I'm up 1 stroke. It's a par 5. My brother's a big hitter.
That's gonna be so tight.
And
Like being good at golf and competing. You know what I mean? Like I'm terrible at golf, so it just
it is. It's a great.
Yeah.
It's gambling is something I also love very much.
Wait,
And
who's up right now? Sorry.
I was
Sorry,
up. I was
You're
up.
good.
No, you're good. I was up 1 stroke
One
going
stroke.
into 18. It's a par 5.
Okay.
And it leads right into the clubhouse.
No strokes on 18.
No stroke. We play even up. My
Okay.
brother and I play even up.
All right.
And Pat is feeling pretty good, which is shocking because it's the morning. But we had a late night in Gary, Indiana, which you do not want to have a late night in.
Is that where Michael Jackson's from?
That's
Yeah,
where,
Yeah, Michael Jackson's from there. Yeah.
yeah.
Right by Chicago.
Yeah, sleep in the fucking fireplace, Michael. And Pat hits his second shot in maybe a 1 foot creek wide before the green. Second shot, and he can't believe it. And I'm on the back of the green putting for birdie, and he's in the water in 2.
And it's like a foot. It's like one of those little ass creeks.
Very small.
Oh, I'm motherfucking myself.
He walks back to the
Story
car,
of my life.
takes his shirt off, his shoes, and his socks, and he's walking out there, calves glistening in the sun.
Yeah.
And I go, what the fuck is this guy doing? And he goes, I'm hitting it out of there. I'm birdieing the
So
swell.
is it the water just kind of like a little bit,
yeah. I mean,
where it's
the
still
ball
resting, where you
was
can
under the water.
so you can't even pick it. You got to go under.
I
it?
mean, I think his attempt to pick was to pick it. Sure enough, he takes a full cut, covered in mud, from his head all over his clothes.
Dude, I gotta get a video of that.
Took his
He's
clothes.
smart
He still had
guy.
his shorts
Does anyone
on.
have a video of this?
Definitely not.
Damn it! All right.
And he walks back to the car. He can't believe it. He knows he lost the match because the ball never moved. He was still in the water. Then he took a penalty. Walks back to the cart, and he just starts walking up to the green. No shirt, no shoes, no socks. And the clubhouse,
It's like Kenny Chesney's song.
the clubhouse is right there. And I'm begging him. I go, Pat, put your fucking clothes on, man. And he goes, oh, fuck. So that ends. And liquor hits everybody differently at different times of the day.
Yeah.
So he ended up losing that match. We go right from there over to a PGA course called Dub's Dread. Hardest course I've ever played.
So you're playing 36.
Playing 30. Oh, yeah. It's a golf trip and Ryder Cup.
Is he covered in mud? Like, is he still like just?
Oh, yeah. No, we did get him to put his shirt on, and he wiped off. But we get over to Dub's Dread. We got an hour before our tee time, and he's lit. And we go downstairs to have lunch, and there's a table of Oriental women behind us, older, that are gonna play one of the courses. There was 4 courses there, and we're watching the Ryder Cup because we had tickets for Sunday for the final match, and he goes on this rant that I've never. My brother, him. He's one of the kindest souls,
Kindest people
ever.
on the planet, the
And
best.
something just triggered him, and he goes on this rant, and these women just get up, out, and
What kind of rant against you or like?
Probably about a bunch of stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's
Stuff. What happened in the second round?
Second round was nothing incredible happened in that round. However, that evening, my brother, pretty straight laced guy, takes a heavy gummy, and he's out. He goes to bed early.
Yeah,
8:30, 9 o'clock at night. The other 2 guys and I, one of them suggests.
Wait, there's 2 other people there?
Oh yeah, we were a foursome.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
2 of my best friends, and I had won tickets through a woman I did a drywall job for, which we'll obviously get into the drywall later. But and one of them has the bright idea, let's go to a gentleman's club. I said no, but I was overruled 2-1.
Blink twice if you really said no.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
okay.
joking. So, all
Randy.
right.
So we
I hit
go
this.
to Kenosha, Wisconsin, right after the Kenosha shooting, where Kyle
yeah.
Klingenberry or whatever.
Yeah. So it's a big thing.
It's
going
a
on.
ghost town. However, the gentleman's club was still open, and we went in there, just had a couple of drinks and then immediately left.
Sure, the talent there was pretty good too. By the way.
Nah, we know where Putin's sisters are.
Dude,
So
the Ryder Cup.
We get back to the hotel. Everybody goes to bed. Sure enough, early in the morning, we got tickets for Sunday.
Okay.
Takes a little bit of the sacrament.
God, you had Sunday tickets too at the Ryder Cup.
And my brother Pat, he's he's fresh. He's been sleeping for over 12 hours.
Yeah.
He comes in the room. And he's like, hey, got to get up. Him and his one of the guys were sleeping in one room. We're right next door. He's like, hey, we got to get going. I'm like, all right. He goes outside to load his stuff. He comes back in 5 minutes later. He goes, where the fuck is the truck? Truck's in Kenosha.
How far is that?
An hour. And we got.
Wait.
How'd you get home?
Yeah.
We Ubered home.
Oh
Oh
shit.
no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And
Oh no.
he's
Oh, no.
livid. And I
Oh,
go,
no,
Pay,
no.
you got to go get the truck. And so he had to Uber to
Uber
Kenosha,
back.
drive the truck
That's
back.
at least a 2 hour and 30 minute swing.
Right. We're late getting to the Ryder
2
Cup.
hours and 30 minutes.
We're late.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I feel like he's getting the truck. You guys are just getting back on the train again, having the time of your life.
He picks us up and he's livid.
Yeah.
We get to the Ryder Cup and we might have seen maybe two groups tee off.
Oh.
And that's it. So we walk the course and we're all the way on Lake Michigan, which is where they play the early holes. And the U.S. is about to win the Ryder Cup. Luckily, I don't know how, I talked to toilet cleaning ladies to give us a ride on their golf cart
Yeah.
all the
Come
way back.
on.
We have videos of this. It is one of the greatest rides.
So the four of you are in this golf cart with these
two golf carts.
Oh, you got two.
You got two?
Well, there's four of you,
one
those guys.
girl's riding,
So,
driving one, and her mother is driving the other one.
So you guys made it back, like.
And this is like in
Were
a time
these
people are still
Oriental
wearing-
ladies?
No, they were
No,
white.
those are the Oriental.
No,
ones
they
that
were
got kicked out of
corn-fed
there. Okay, yeah.
white women.
Nice. Okay.
And they're driving. They're driving us back. I mean, you're talking 3 miles.
Are
back.
people watching you?
Oh yeah, and I'm literally. I had golf pants and a American flag button down on and a mask, and I put on gloves.
Was this during COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, this is 2021.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And they're
You had gloves on too.
yeah. I was pretending to be a doctor. Like we had to get to someone on the other side of the course. So
This is how you did it.
they're speeding through
But you
people.
skipped over that part. The gloves and the mask and the whole thing.
You know, it was all kind of ad lib. My brother was
Yeah,
throwing
yeah.
toilet paper rolls off of the back of
Which
the other.
brother? Pat?
Pat was one of my guests for the Ryder
Oh
Cup.
my god.
And we get all the way back over there to see the finish at
Shut
On
up,
18.
dude.
on 18.
Shut the front door.
It was
man.
pretty incredible.
Okay.
Damn, that is on.
Can I go here?
Go
So,
ahead, dude.
all
That
right.
is incredible.
Do you know Ron Olet? Ryan Olet?
I sure do.
Okay, so Ron Olet is one of my great friends. Might be one of my best friends. And he tells a story about you. Okay. And he says it's one of the greatest stories he's ever heard. And I don't know if we're gonna do it justice here on this podcast. But tell the story about the one time you bought you needed clubs for a tournament because there was a reason why you needed the clubs. Start there and why you needed clubs, and then let's go from there. And
I don't even know
okay.
what.
you know
Yeah.
the story.
So so this was like 2014.
This is about 12
Oh,
years
actually,
ago, 13, 12
actually,
years
yeah,
ago.
2015. I had
11 years
I
ago.
had just started dating my wife at the time, and I had left her house on the day that I had my normal golf league, and early in the morning, and I'm driving to work for college Hunks, and I get on 15-mile road or whatever, and some lady pulls up next to me. She's screaming, and I'm like, "What the fuck, lady?" She goes, "Your golf balls! Your golf balls!" And I'm like, "My golf balls? What is this fucking broad doing?" And she goes, "No, your golf clubs." And then it hits me. My golf clubs were in the back of my truck,
Okay.
and they're all over
Flying.
15-mile road.
Oh, did you leave your hitch
No,
open?
I had a moving blanket from work that got stuck in the tailgate, and when I hit the train tracks,
It went down.
it went down
the tailgate went down, and your golf clubs go flying
everywhere.
on
and
15 mile.
I had just bought all new golf clubs.
no.
And I mean, I didn't realize it for 3 miles. I thought this lady was crazy.
That's at least what, $1,500 worth of damage minimum at that time.
At the time,
Maybe
yeah.
more, yeah.
$1,500 worth of damage.
And so I pull over, I look in the back, and there's 2 clubs.
Pull over.
I had like a 3-wood.
It's not a cardigan.
Yeah, it's not a
Thanks for-
cardigan.
Golf balls, no
pull
golf
over.
club. But thanks for asking.
That was
You're
me.
going the wrong way.
That was me.
How would they know where I'm going?
That was me. And I was like, oh my God, I just got like a sinking pit in my stomach.
Oh.
I turned around, drove back, and there's shatters all over the road. And
Dude, this is like a major road too.
15
mile
mile.
road.
Like if
Yeah.
you guys don't know, like this road is not like a fucking.
No,
like,
Yeah,
it's
mile
not
roads are like avenues
Yeah,
in New
this
York.
is a
Yeah, 50 miles is a
road.
massive road. Like
People are
huge.
just fucking up
But
your
I
shit.
didn't see the brand new putter that I had just bought like 2 days earlier. So I called my now wife and I left her. She didn't answer it, of course. And I left her a voicemail. And you could tell I was like almost in tears. I was
Yeah.
like, I was angry at myself, blah, blah, blah. And she still keeps it to this day because she was in her spank bank or whatever. And I go, could you please
Is that
just
what you call
check?
it?
Could you please just check down the street to see if it's there? Obviously, somebody had picked that up because it wasn't damaged and they kept it.
Skidded.
So my golf league was that evening. And
Is that with your dad, by the way?
my dad is in that golf
Okay,
league. He
then,
had
okay,
found
but
it,
we'll
yes.
get into okay. Yeah.
And so I had no clubs. So I just put it up on Facebook. I go, does anybody have a set of clubs that I could use for today? I go, and shockingly, a kid that I went to grade school with, I had not talked to this guy in at least 10 years. You know, messaged me on Facebook and he goes, Dave, I got a set of clubs you can use. He goes, I'll give you my garage code. You can just.
By the way, that guy that did that, he probably golfed the day before. He's probably like, I'm never fucking golfing again. Fuck this. And this message probably popped up. Yeah, Dave, you can have him.
Take him.
So, anyways, this guy you haven't talked to in
10 years. We were friends in grade school.
Sure.
But we went to separate high schools. And I mean,
So, did you go pick up the clubs?
I went to his house. I
Okay.
grabbed the clubs and I went to golf.
Okay.
And I'm golfing. I'm playing a very good round. I think I was either even or 1 over going into number 7 in our golf league. And 7's a par 5. I thought I hit a great wedge shot and get up to the green, no ball. No ball. And I'm looking around. I'm like, it was right on.
Dude, especially when you hit a good one. It's just
So I don't know. I had a mental breakdown. Something clicked. I just took my sandwich, fucking threw it in the houses. I take a drive.
It's not even his. It's not even
No,
his.
the sandwich was the one of mine left.
Oh, it's the only one.
Yes.
Okay.
She gone.
Wait, so you just tossed your club?
I tossed it, and then I grabbed his
yeah.
pitching wedge. I finished the hole. Next hole, par 3. I had his like 9-iron, and thought I had a great shot. Went in the water, and I felt myself like I was so angry about. I just started thinking about what happened to me earlier in the day, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I bogey in the hole, and I don't know what came over me. I was walking the next hole. You know, we're in carts, but I told my partner I just had to walk, and I literally just walked up to the bag and I grabbed all the fucking clubs and I threw them all into the lake. And my partner, I just came back.
And this is somebody else's clubs.
These are somebody else's clubs.
who has he talked to in like a decade?
And, yeah.
Oh my god!
And I literally finished with like 1 club in my. I think I had a 3-iron.
Hold on, he
left in
says
my-
he bogeyed a hole. If I could bogey a hole on every hole, I'd be a superstar.
I think
Okay.
it was a compilation of what had happened to me
Yeah,
that day.
I get it.
that got-
But you go, I bogeyed
I
a
just
hole.
literally-
I mean, I shoot
like
10
Take a
on
picture.
holes,
You
and I
just
think I
take
had a good
the
hole.
group of irons and just
Clubs.
launch them into the thing.
threw them all into the lake. And I literally just turned and I walked back to the car. And Matt goes, "You good?" I go, "I'm good now. I got to finish with what I got." And I finished the hole, and I never said a word to that guy for over 10 years.
He never asked for his clubs
Wait,
back.
10 years?
Like, the guy never was like, "Yo, where's
Never
my
said a
clubs?"
word, and I ran into
Like,
him
where's
at-
my clubs, bro?
Nope.
So it was his second set of clubs.
It was his second set. Yeah, he
Either
was a
way.
golfer.
Still.
But he never said a word, and then I randomly ran into
Were
him
you
at a
embarrassed?
restaurant.
Hold on. Pause. Like, do you think you were like embarrassed about the whole thing and you didn't want to like deal with it, or you just didn't give a fuck?
Yeah, why
or,
didn't
like,
you tell him?
Like,
I'd
why
like
didn't
to
you?
say I was embarrassed, but honestly, I would have bought him a new set the next day.
Sure, of course, but
However, he never said anything, and then I started to forget about it, and then I saw him at a restaurant.
you saw him at Gowney, I think.
Yes,
wasn't it?
at Gowney, and he
Yeah.
goes, "Dave, do you still have the Mizunos?" And I was
You
like,
saw them.
the fuck up.
"You wouldn't believe what happened." I go, Rob. I go. I had a mental breakdown, and I threw him all in the lake. I go. I'll send you money for him. He goes, "No, man, I get it."
What's his name?
It was 10
His
years
name
ago.
was Rob Prisky.
Rob, I need
don't
some
really,
clubs.
really
you don't have
great
to
dude.
mention his name or
That is
whatever.
unbelievable.
Oh my
Yeah, and
god.
What a saint,
the
dude. Saint
greatest
Rob.
thing was he totally got it. He understood.
Holy
He's just like, I go, I hate to say it, I had a mental breakdown, and I threw all your clubs in the water.
Yeah, 10 years later.
Oh, I
He was
need a
honest.
drink, dude. Give me
Dude, Dave. Dave.
That was, dude, the way Ryan Olet, we call him Ron, but the way Ryan Olet tells it was one of the funny stories. Now, mind you, that we know each other, but we're not like boys or like that, where we talk every day or anything. So I hear this story, and that was one of the funniest stories, I think.
People, it is because it's relatable. Everybody loses their shit on the
Yeah.
golf course.
Dude, I want to kill
Oh
myself
my
on the
God.
golf course. Like,
All right.
obviously, jokingly, but
I think we go right into this. So golfing, I think we've covered a lot of golf here,
well,
clearly.
the other hobbies,
And I feel
hunting.
like, hunting.
the hunting is the other hobby he
Yeah,
loves to do.
hunting.
He loves the hunt.
I do.
And
That's
you're-
my greatest joy.
Really,
Other than my wife and my daughter, yes.
of course, but
100%.
So there's this legend about you.
Well,
Oh boy.
I think we just Danny, go ahead.
I was
gonna
going to
take
say,
a call.
like, Dave has a passion, loves golf. He loves hunting, and number one, obviously,
That story, dude.
loves his. I know. Dude, imagine that. All right, so hunting, loves hunting. The thing is, like with hunting, you got to be familiar with the deer. You need how to gut a deer. Whatever, shoot, bow. But
nature
with-
in general, just how
Here, Joe.
deers operate. Sorry.
But what I would say though is one of my, and I know Dave. Everyone that knows me, Dave's one of my boys, and one of the things that you got to share with the world is, was Susie living in Sterling Heights at this point?
She was.
Okay.
We were dating.
Go to that story. I want the world.
You know
wants,
which story we're talking about.
I sure do.
the world needs to hear
and
this.
this isn't even a hunting story.
And I'll say this:
Nah.
if you didn't hear anything at all today with the club, listen to this story, folks. Go ahead, Dave.
oh,
Okay,
God.
so at the time I'm dating my now wife, Susie.
God bless Susie,
Who
by
doesn't
the way.
have
Love her, the best.
I mean, she's got an easy life, but she doesn't have an easy life with me. And
That's Ron Lipa talking.
and we're dating, and we're in a beach volleyball league together that's sponsored by Johnny Black's, and we go out after the games or whatever. And there's one in Sterling Heights, and we were staying at her house after, and we're driving back to her house, probably around 12:30, 1 o'clock from Johnny Black's, and we're driving on Dodge Park Road, and I see a dead deer. What I think is a dead deer in a driveway. So I just keep driving. I mean, it is what it is. It's a dead deer. Well, I look in my rear view mirror, and she stops, pulls over. So I flip around, and I go, hey, what's up? I pull up next to her. She goes, somebody hit a dog, and I go, honey, that's
It
not
has
a dog.
antlers.
She goes,
Was
"What?"
it a doe?
It was a doe.
Okay.
So you saw it out of the corner of your eye, like, oh, that's a dead
Yeah,
deer, and
yeah.
you're going like 40 miles per hour. So
Yeah.
you just, whew.
And she goes, well, it hopped up, and then laid back down. And I'm like, oh boy. Obviously, somebody had obviously hit it with a car. So I walk over to it. And
Where is it laying?
It's laying in someone's driveway.
like on 15 or Dodge
Dodge
Park.
Park.
Yeah.
And
I don't
The
mean
normal
to
thing to
You know,
do
I-
is pull over when you.
I could still see it breathing, and but obviously it had all broken legs. It was, it
was
was
mangled.
It was fucked
It
up.
was mangled. So I walked back to her car and I go, just go home.
Yeah.
She goes, what are you gonna do? I go, I'm gonna kill it. She goes, how? I go,
You tell her to go home.
yeah, I did. Oh, I didn't want her to see it.
You go, honey, go home. What are you gonna do?
And it's in someone's driveway. I had a gun
Those
and
poor
a knife.
people.
I go, but I'm not gonna.
You had a knife.
Oh, you can't shoot it though.
You can't shoot it. And what am I gonna do? Leave a blood trail in someone's driveway?
What about
So-
a knife? Oh, that's why you were thinking not the knife.
Not the knife. And plus, I'm gonna be covered in blood. It would have been a mess. So
You're on Dateline.
I mean, and this thing was letting me pet it. Like it was hurt. I mean, it was terrible.
yeah.
And
So what went through your head?
I gotta dispatch this thing as fast as I can.
Dispatch.
So
what'd you do?
I wrapped it up and I choked it out.
Wait, hold on. You wrapped it up. What does wrapped it up mean?
Wrapped it up. I pinned my legs
Like a
around
figure
it so
four,
I
bitch,
couldn't
that?
walk.
Like WW
And,
F.
and I
A
had
deer?
I had my arms around his neck and I snapped his neck.
How big was this deer? This deer.
But you're doing it
had
out
it
of,
as
like-
big as me.
I'm doing it in this person's driveway, which I did not feel
Well,
comfortable
so you did
with.
like an MMA move.
Imagine your ring camera goes off and you
I
look
wrestled
outside.
at
You're
Notre
like,
Dame,
honey, someone's
and yeah,
got a deer in a
I
figure
just-
four
I
headlock.
knew you had to get it.
You
by
know?
night. Like I said, it would let me pet it. It was comfortable.
Oh,
and
my God.
it was suffering. That's why
Of
I
cour-
did it. And I was like, I was shook up. Like when I got back to her house,
for sure.
I was like in tears. So I was like, I gotta call my dad. I gotta call my dad and tell him, what I did.
Yeah.
And I call him.
What did
and,
he say?
It's 1 in the morning, and I go, I go, Dad. He goes, hey, what's wrong? What's wrong? I go, and I tell him the story, and he
deer?
goes, what are you, a fucking psycho? He goes, why didn't you just slit its throat? It would have been over in 2 seconds. And he hung up on me.
You
Made it even worse. He hung up.
Oh, he did. And
They call it-
I just started crying, and I looked at my wife, and she goes, what did
oh
he
my
say?
God.
And I go, this fucking asshole called me a psycho.
Yeah.
My dad.
Oh
the
my
craziest fucker I
Yeah.
know.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's zero chance. Like, I don't do well with like any carcass or any a dead bird. I would freak out about. Okay, let alone a deer that's the size of myself or bigger than myself. And then you got down on the ground, wrapped your legs around like an MMA move, and
Hands
then
off. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
no, I got that part.
Yeah.
But you choked the thing out, like literally choked a deer. Do you snapped its neck?
Yeah, I put it in Elson and literally.
Dude, you. I don't even know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I agree with your dad.
I'm not proud of it.
No, you
but
should
I
be,
did-
dude. You did the right thing. Like
You did the right
honestly,
thing.
You
This thing
did.
was
You did the
suffering.
work that no man, like
Dude, Dave, the
very
thing
few
was
men could do in their lives.
The thing was suffering. You should have slit its neck.
I
Like,
should've-
you're not joking.
You're right.
I would have drove.
In
like a-
hindsight, I should have done that, but then all I kept thinking about was like, what if the homeowners come out
You're
and this
concerned
guy?
about the
oh my god.
homeowner?
Oh my, yeah. Well, he's on the driveway.
dude,
You
I
know?
was in their driveway. Could you imagine coming outside and some guy is standing over a hurt deer that they probably thought was dead, and is cutting it up? That's what was going through my head. I was like, I gotta do this so that there's no blood, and
Oh my god,
people are
dude.
gonna,
Oh,
this
all right.
is on. But hold on, I want to get to one more deer story, and then let's figure it out from there because I feel like we've got a huge topic that we need to attack.
Yeah, we got.
and that we haven't even got to. All right, so you're I don't know how we follow up on that one, but you're a hunter, clearly deer, whole thing. Tell us the story about how the DNR came to your freezer.
What?
Oh boy. Okay. So this was in 2021. I'm hunting at a friend of mine's property in Romeo, and I'm having a shit day at work. And this is a friend of mine. Her and her.
What do you do for a living?
I own a drywall company.
Okay.
And we're doing work in the area.
Wait, you want to sponsor us? What would you say?
I'd love to. I'd love
Perfect. All right, next.
Love
You're
to.
doing work in some area.
And my friend had told me that I could hunt at their house. She's like, we have 4 acres. There's deer everywhere, blah, blah, blah. And this is early October, the day after opening day of bow season. And I'm just having a shitty day at work. So I go home. I'm grabbing my bow, and my wife's like, hey, what are you doing? I go, I'm hunting today. I go, I'm just got to sit out. And it's 70 degrees. I don't expect to see anything, but hunting is just peaceful. Like you're sitting out there. Yeah, and that's it. It's quiet. Nobody's bugging you. You don't look at your phone.
Turn on some jams or something. Do you listen?
Yeah, I normally wear one AirPod or headphone and just listen to music. And I'm not expecting to see anything. Well, right around 6 o'clock, I see a doe and a buck come in, smaller buck. And I wasn't going to shoot anything small. And 1 minute later, a monster comes in.
When you mean monster, like
Biggest buck I've seen in person ever.
Shut the front door.
No kidding. I swear to God. I mean, there's pictures. And I shoot it. And it runs maybe, 30 yards, dies. And I got it, clean it, get it back to the property, got pictures with it, everything. And I go to tag it, and I realize I don't have a tag. And I'm like, oh, my God.
So how do they find out? I mean, like, okay, from the person who doesn't hunt, how would they even find out?
Well, because this is how they found out. Because it was so big.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's okay. So I was normally, if you shoot like a trophy deer, you want to get a mount of it. Either a shoulder mount, which is like its chest and up.
How big was it? Did it have like a?
It was it was an 8-point, but it was super wide, and I mean,
it was
multiple people that I've talked to has said that it's the biggest deer they've ever seen.
Damn. All right, so you get this deer.
I get this deer, so immediately I'm like, oh my God, it's the second day of the season. I forgot to get my license. I drive right to the store, get my license, come back, tag it.
Yep.
But it's like 70 degrees. So deer meat spoils real fast in the heat. So the next morning, my dad, Ron, came over at 6 a.m. in the morning. He wanted to see it. Sees it. I go right to the taxidermist. And I'm like, okay, let's get this thing. I want a shoulder mount, blah, blah. And then I reported it.
Oh.
Actually, I reported it the night before.
So the day you did shoot it.
The day I shot it.
Not shot it, but
the day I shot it.
Yep.
But I didn't have my license until 9 o'clock at night. So fast forward 2 months, the DNR shows up at our house on Christmas Eve. And I think...
On Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve. I thought it was about our neighbor who had been beating his wife.
Thought it was ICE just about to grab you?
Because I thought it was a sheriff. And he goes, you Dave Lipa. I'm
How
like,
did you know your neighbor... well, we'll get into that, but remind me. How did you know your neighbor was beating his wife? Anyway.
So
it's not funny.
He shows up and he goes, you David Lipa? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, so did you shoot this deer? I go, yeah. I go, I reported it.
Yeah.
He goes, you reported the deer in the evening, but you bought your license, after.
Oh my God.
Oh my, are you serious?
This
goes on?
They got to have
This
a
goes
system,
on?
like some sort of system they know.
Well, that's how they do it, because you have to scan a barcode. The taxidermist has to scan the barcode.
So once it got scanned.
Once it got scanned, he goes, well, you scanned it at 6 a.m.
You didn't tell the taxidermist to like
What'd they do?
chill on the
What'd they do?
scanning?
It cost me $9,000.
$9,000?
What happened with all the deer meat?
They took
Forget
it all
the deer
and
meat.
donated it. No, they came in the house on. So the one thing most people don't know is the DNR has more police power than the sheriffs, the state police, anything. They can come in your house without a warrant, anything. They can seize all of your stuff.
$9,000.
So he goes, I'm going to come in your house. He goes, I'm not going to take your weapon, the bow that I shot it with. He goes, but I'm taking the meat. And it was Christmas Eve. He goes, just so you know, all the meat is going to go to a shelter, which is the one thing I felt
AKA
good
his
about.
house.
Yeah.
Like, who cares about the meat?
Yep.
The $9,000 is more the problem.
Between legal fees, it's $500 a point for the animal you shot. So that was $4,000 immediately.
Oh my God.
And that ended up costing me $9,000 and a suspension for 3 years from hunting.
Dude.
And the judge thought it was a joke. She's a wonderful judge out of Romeo.
Well, don't mention her name, but
No, we won't.
But hold on a second. So, like, legit, did you had a good lawyer, or this was
I
par for
did
the
have
course?
a good lawyer from Notre Dame, actually.
And it was par for the course.
Yeah, I mean the DNR. Like I said, the DNR has more power than anyone you could imagine. They can.
There's
see.
a trillion deer out there. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
But there's they run across my neighborhood. I live in the city. You know what I mean? There's so many deer, and you get $9,000. That is amazing.
And the thing is,
me.
people will poach deer all year long because obviously the meat is very good for you, and families that are poor, it's a lot of meat per deer. I mean, you're talking 150 pounds of meat.
That's unbelievable.
But yes, that was unfortunate. It was a hard lesson to learn.
You're not kidding.
I wasn't even able to get the amount that I paid for back.
Randy, we're ready whenever you
I
are.
hope it's good.
Are we good? All right, hey, we're live. Hey, thank you, Randy. Love you guys.
How
All
about
right.
when you called Randy Ray?
Dude, Randy, Ray. All right, so same, close.
You just had ND like our high school.
So, all right, we were talking about Dave's hobbies. We talked about golf. We talked about hunting. Here's where I want to get a little juicy. And this is one of the things that I love about your dad. You got in trouble plenty of times. And there was one time where, and you can say, Danny, fuck you, I don't want to talk about this. Or you can be like, all right. There was one time you got in trouble, and it was like the last time. And either
You went to jail.
you were either going to jail or you were going to get bailed out. And your dad was like, fuck that kid. He's going to jail. How long were you in jail
Take us
for?
through the whole thing, how it got started.
I want to know. Yeah, I want to know how. Yeah.
How it got started, how that all started. So when I was 20 years old, my older brother and I got in a fight. And,
Shocker.
He shoved me, and I stepped on my dad's foot, and my dad just lost it. He lost it on me.
You have to know
He
his
wasn't
dad.
even involved.
Well, yeah, you got to know his dad.
Yeah,
who's the
God.
best guy in planet Earth?
Is the best guy.
He might argue differently.
So that night, I was 20 years old. I said, "Fuck you, I'm out of here." I moved out when I was 20.
Because you stepped in your
Moved
dad's
out or kicked
foot?
out?
Well, after that, a fight ensued between me and my dad.
So are you getting moved out or did you get kicked out?
No, I was asked to leave politely. So I moved in with my grandparents that were only 2 streets over, and I love them to death. They're both gone now, but my grandparents. I know I'm going off on a tangent.
That's okay.
I think
My
it's funnier to
grandpa.
move with your grandparents.
My grandpa was
Is that on your mom's side or dad's
my
side?
mom's side.
Oh God,
Oh, the
bless
saint.
These poor.
Yeah, I mean,
He's poor
we call
Miss
him
Loretz.
Pope Leo for a reason. He
Oh,
was
God.
he was the holiest guy you could ever imagine.
Your dad loves him.
church every single day.
Yeah, love that.
My grandma Demers, love her. She's a firecracker from Ireland, just spitfire, but she got it. She knew I was 20 years old. She would never ever go to bed before I got home. I mean, she'd be up 3, 4 in the morning. David, what are you doing out there? What are you doing?
You're all blasted.
But she didn't care.
That's amazing.
Although one day I came
you
home,
food.
I had got jumped and I was beat up real bad. She goes, "Oh my God, you have the holy hour with your grandpa in 35 minutes."
The holy hour.
The holy hour was a thing my grandpa did at 4:30 in the morning. He would go to church and they would
At 4:30 in the morning?
Yeah,
4:30 in
and
the
this was
morning?
like something I had to do for living there.
You went to holy hour?
Hold on.
Oh, I went to holy hour every week.
Should we back this
Do we
up?
back it up? Let's talk about holy hour first,
Holy
and then let's get into this.
So you had been blasted going to holy hour.
shit faced.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Well, he's getting home from the bar.
and she- You know
What
what?
is holy hour?
Holy hour
Explain
is
holy
like
hour.
an hour of dedication from 4:30 to 5:30
At your home?
Is it? No,
No,
church.
no, at church.
Is it like during
You
Lent?
drove there.
No, this is every week. So my grandparents lived in St. Clair Shores, right by St. Gertrude Church, and now it's I think Our Lady of Hope or something. But yeah, so when I lived there, it was like, okay, these are the stipulations. You don't have to pay rent, but this is what you're
Holy
going to do.
hour.
You're going to holy hour. You're doing divine mercy every day that you're home at 3 in the afternoon Divine Mercy is another prayer session
Sure.
from 3 to 4, in the afternoon. So that wasn't that big of a deal. The Holy Hour was a killer. It was only one hour a week every Wednesday, but I worked at that time. I was working downtown, and I worked at evening hours. I worked from like 4 to 11.
Yeah.
And I was going to school at the time, and then I would just go out every night. And
So how did you end up going to jail?
So Holy Hour is just a prayer? Sorry. Hold on. Prayer?
it's a prayer hour, yeah,
Okay. At the church.
at the church.
Who's conducting this? The priest? Of the pastor?
No, they would have like one of the not a deacon, but like somebody who was
Some
like
second level who
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Hey, you got to do the
Some
Holy Hour this week.
Yeah, you
That
didn't have
guy.
to, but my grandpa was so religious.
Was he the only one there?
No, oh no, there was 25 people there. I mean, I was definitely the youngest by 50
Well,
years.
yes, but there's 25 people who go there at 4:30 in the morning. God bless. God bless them.
God
man.
bless.
Unbelievable. Okay, sorry, Danny.
So
Here's
how
a
did,
weekend
how, did,
so-
how did I end up
Let's
in
go
jail?
back there. Sorry.
So, how I ended up in jail, I was working downtown at the Renaissance Center, and I met some friends at Colleen's Pub over there, 13 and Harper. And leaving in the middle of a blizzard, and me and a friend of mine, and he brought a beer with him. And I mean, it's snowing like crazy, and I just had a car at the time. So I get up to the light, and right next to me is a cop. Oh, no. And I'm like, all right. I go, it's a snowstorm, blah, blah, blah. So light turns green, we start going. Cop gets right in front of me, and he's going like 2 miles an hour. And I'm like, okay, I can't tell what's going on. So I just get in the next lane. I didn't
He's
know.
double dicking you.
Yeah, he double dicked me. So I get over it, and I'm going like 7 miles an hour.
Do you know how fast you were going?
Yeah,
7 miles.
Seven.
An hour. Yeah.
And he pulls me over, and my buddy's got a full beer. He dumps it out. I go, just dump it on the floor. I go, I don't want an open intox. And pulls me over. He's like, you boys been drinking, blah, blah. I go,
Doing a bit of boozing?
yeah. And I go, we had a couple of drinks at Colleen's, and unfortunately, I had already had a DUI on a jet ski, believe it or not.
We'll get into that.
And I'm like, I go, I had a couple of drinks. I go, that's it. I'm coming from work, blah, blah. Well, I had a knife on me from when I was working in Detroit. I wasn't carrying a pistol yet. And,
How big was the knife? Like, isn't it above a certain amount
it's
of inches?
Yeah, I think it's above like 3
inches.
2.5 inches. And I mean, no, it was a bigger knife.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I can give you a weapon charge or I can give you a DUI. I go, give me the weapon charge.
Yeah, right? I don't know. Is that any better? I don't know. That's on the spot after having a few bit of boozing?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. And I said, give me the weapon charge. I'm just going.
He gave you the Russian like roulette of that, huh? That's crazy. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. And so he goes, well, I got to take you in anyway because your buddy's got to open intox and it's your car. Okay, I'm out in 4 hours.
Open intox. I thought he dumped it out.
He did, but I mean,
The bottle was there and it smells like booze.
I was only in there for like 6 hours that night. Fast forward 3 months, I'm working for a friend of mine's tree removal company. I get pulled over and he goes, hey, you don't have a fucking valid license. I go, what are you talking about? I go, I have a valid license. He goes, your license was suspended with the weapons charge. And I go, well, I didn't get any proof. Well, I wasn't living at home, but my license still said my parents' house.
Oh.
They end up taking me right to jail, and they're like, hey, it'll be $4,000 or a month in jail. And I was like, fuck it, at the time, give me the month.
You asked for the month.
Well, I didn't have the $4,000
So,
at the time.
Were you living with your grandparents at the time?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, let's do this. You're in jail. Take me what a day in life in prison's like for you.
So
a day, a life, like
for
day,
a
full
sexy
day.
white guy, it's not as easy as you would think.
He is sexy, folks. Look at
So
those
I
eyelashes.
I made friends with a lot of the black guys playing chess and the white guys playing cards. Because I was good at both. I played chess in high school and I played cards as a just, my family always played
What time would
cards.
you wake up in jail?
6 a.m. every single day.
Shower or go right to breakfast?
Okay, so the one thing I didn't learn about showers in jail is there is a stall, that you go in, and there was a stack of chairs in front of the entry to the shower. I'm like, what the fuck? How's anybody gonna get in here? So I moved the stack of chairs. There's probably 8 chairs. Just moving it to the side. I was like, I gotta take a shower.
Yeah.
I get in there, and a guy comes in next to me, and I'm like, this is a little fucking different. And I finish up, and I come out, and one of the guys that I played chess with, he goes, "What? Are you gay?" And I go, "No, I'm not gay. Why?" He goes, "Dude, the chairs are to block other fucking guys from coming in. You don't move those chairs unless you put them back." And I'm like, "Holy shit."
Oh my God. That's great.
could we go on another, your jail story? Like, you went to jail for how long did you go to jail for?
I was in for 28 days.
28 days.
And after, my parents did, I know I was in there for 10 days. My buddy.
Because you were living with your grandparents.
I was living with my grandparents, and finally the guy at the tree company, my parents called him, and it was like, "Hey, where's David?" And he's like, "He's in county." And
it's not in Disney World.
They came to visit me with the girl I was seeing at the time, and my mom just broke down in tears.
Your poor mom.
I go, "Dad, why would you fucking bring her here? Look at these animals."
So can you take me through a day of jail? Like,
Yeah,
from when you wake up to go to bed?
Jail in the county?
You can do Cliff Notes version, but
So
what's
jail in the county, basically 6 a.m. If you want breakfast, you have to be up at 6 a.m. You get like 15 minutes.
Can you
to eat.
refuse it and just sleep?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, who wants a green egg? I mean, you would never see eggs this color in your whole life.
Are they rotten?
No, I mean
It's organic, Joe.
no, the egg white was white, but the yolk was green. You couldn't imagine the smell of this shit. And then the grits, the grits were like, the cooks were just.
So would you skip breakfast?
I would eat the egg whites.
All right. So
and
what
was it.
What happens after breakfast?
After breakfast,
Like, run me
either
through
you
a
can
day.
go back to bed. I read 15 books in 30 days. I've always been a reader. I love to read, but by the time people are getting up, it's either you're playing cards, playing chess, or you gotta be. You just gotta be. You don't want to tread on anybody's feet.
Did you see a lot of fights?
I saw a decent amount of fights. I remember my first night in there. I'm taking a shit, and the stalls are maybe 2.5 feet high. They're covering your legs and your chest just so nobody's like jerking off down on you. And I'm taking a shit, and these guys come in and they're talking about cheating at cards, and it's just 15 of them, but only 2 guys are fighting, and I'm just. It's almost like prize night, fight night. And
So UFC, you got the main event.
Yeah,
You're like right
and
there.
you're
one
front
guy
row.
just kicks the shit out of another guy, and I'm just, you didn't see nothing, right?
How does it stop?
They stop themselves. They're not looking at, jail is different than prison. Jails, they're not looking to kill anybody because they don't want to do any more time. That's why they fight in the bathroom. And I knew the black guy because I played chess with him quite a bit. And he was a brawler. He was a younger guy, probably in his mid-20s, that could fight. And the white guy was in good shape too, but the black guy just fucking caught him with 4 punches just immediately and dummied him. But he just, he let him fall. Fight was over, and the next day they're playing chess and cards.
Was dinner good?
No, the food in jail is not good. Only one day a week do you ever get order out from a Wendy's. It was like a chicken sandwich. From
Would they order out in county?
One day. Yeah.
Okay, even
You
one
have to
day.
pay for that?
It comes out of your commissary money. So commissary is basically a fund that people that care about you will put money into.
Who put money in your commissary?
Not Big Ron.
Nobody
Not
for
Big-
the
not
first.
his dad. Big
Nobody
Ron's
for
like,
the
"Fuck
first
that."
3 weeks. You know how many dicks I had to suck to get commissary?
So what time was bedtime, or what? What do they
Lights
call-
are always out at 10 o'clock.
So 10 o'clock.
Yep.
But you're still probably like late. Do you have a roommate?
No. So luckily I was in the annex, which is like a community room, which is all bunk beds, multiple, you probably had 15 guards, but multiple bunk beds all the way around.
Oh,
that was where I was for the first 5 days. I was somewhere else. Then 2.5 weeks I was in the annex, and then I got moved into D block, which was very unfortunate. I ran into one of the most shitty human beings I've ever met.
Who? Or can you talk about it or no?
No, I can talk about it.
Yeah.
A young guy named Big Youngin. Just a shit starter.
Shout out to BY.
Yep. Up all night, just banging on doors, keeping everybody. He's a piece of shit.
Loser.
But I got my justice on the last day before I got out of there.
What is that? Okay.
That I can't say on
Okay.
on
Fair enough.
it was a learning experience, and I don't regret it. Not that I could help it.
Well,
but
the other thing too, though, Dave, is like, so you go through all these stories of like the shit you do. You went to jail, but like your arc, you run a business, dude. And successful. Obviously, you took it over from your uncle, but like that's not easy. Anyone that owns a business that's hearing me right now, people say, "Oh, it's so easy. You're rich." No, it's the fucking hardest thing on planet Earth.
It is.
And you're thriving, dude. You are crushing it. And like, it just goes to show, like, you can be like down in the dumps and like at a low point, and here you are just.
Yeah,
like,
I have a pretty strict mentality. I feel like if you are willing to work hard, you can be successful at almost anything. You just have to be willing to work hard. I mean, there's shit jobs out there that people don't like. I mean, the drywall business, it's not easy. Drywall's heavy. It's dusty. It sucks. But if you are willing to work hard, you can make a lot of money.
You do well.
Just like with anything. I feel like if you're willing to work hard, and I do feel like, maybe this is not the right time to bring it up, but I feel like women have a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to the trades because people don't normally take them serious. However, there's numerous trades out there like finishing drywall, electricians, plumbing. Like, you don't have to be physically that strong, especially with electricians.
We need those too now, more than ever.
For sure.
Lots of data centers. Coming. You ever heard of them, David's data centers?
Drywallers? We're deporting a lot of
Quite
drywallers.
frankly, it might be the most biggest, fanciest data center on the planet, but it might have them. You ever heard of them, data centers?
But with drywallers, I love my guys. My guys are super loyal. However, I lost a couple guys to ICE, just laborers.
Damn.
But my main guys have like complained to me, David, ICE is in our neighborhood all the time. I'm like, guys, I love you, and I treat my guys better than you could ever imagine. Christmas bonuses, like my main finisher made over $200,000 last year. $240,000.
Dude, that's
All right,
amazing.
where do I sign up?
Hispanic guy, he just wants
works
to
his
work,
butt off,
and I
doesn't
love
he?
him to death.
These guys,
Yeah.
Hispanics work.
No, and
As you
I
can
love my
imagine.
guys, and I go, Joe, I said to my main
Grinders.
hanger, I go, hey, I don't want illegal guys on my jobs. I go, you can find guys that want to work, and they'll make plenty of money. I mean, you're talking minimum, they'll make $70,000 a year.
Dude, I'll say this. Like, you, from where you were at when you were living with your grandma and grandpa and going into jail, and now where you're at today, it's a fucking phenomenal
He's a
story.
badass. I mean, you are, man.
No, you just
I'm
gotta
gonna be
be
honest.
willing
Hey,
to work
listen,
hard.
I'm gonna call it like it is.
But it's not easy though,
Dude,
Like what
that's
you
how
did,
it is
you're-
life, right? Like you grow up, you have these
Shawshank that
crazy stories. You get it. You get a little dirty. You get a little dusty. You get in a few fights.
Exactly.
You do some shit. You learn from it. You come back, and it's the people right at that point, right, who separate, like the Jimmy Torvilles,
100%.
the Blues,
Yeah.
the Dave Lipas, who just separate themselves from like, are you going to be a productive member of society?
Right.
Are you going to do good by your family? Are you going to be a good person? Are you going to be, I mean, you can have your views or whatever you want, whatever side you're on, but you're right, man. You're a badass, bro. You're an ordinary legend, baby.
Thank you.
there
I'm
anything-
happy to be here.
Is there any stories like?
I got to ask one.
Okay, so I was gonna say before
hold on,
we end
tell
up,
the story about
one last story to give the crowd.
Well, I don't know if this is the last one, but
right.
either way, you said you gave a quick glance over the Sea-Doo story. Tell a story about the Sea-Doo.
You talking about what I got?
Yeah, right before you got arrested, and it was like a whole thing, but it kind of led up to that. With the girl and the Jobby Nooner? Is that correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're correct.
If you don't want to talk about it.
No, I have no problem talking about this. I was 22 years old. I was out at Jobby Nooner. And
how do you remember how old you were? You got a great memory, by the way.
Thank you. I was 22 years old. I was out on a friend's dad's boat at the time, and and somebody asked me for a ride on a jet ski, and
you were on a jet ski.
I was on the boat at the time, but they had a couple jet skis tied up to their boats.
It wasn't your boat.
No. And she goes, "Would you give me a ride on a jet ski?" And I was like, "All right." Okay. So started, we were just coasting through Jobby Nooner, like 2 miles an hour. We get to open water, and I go, "Oh, okay, we're gonna hit the gas." Blah blah. I hit the gas. She falls immediately off. Fucking dead seal.
Like a dead seal.
And I just immediately knew. I just scooped around, pick her up, and next thing I know, Coast Guards.
Oh, come on. Jobby Nooner?
Jobby Nooner.
Oh.
They're like, "Sir, are you intoxicated?" I go, No, she just fell off, blah, blah, blah.
Dead seal.
Next thing you know, they arrested me, DUI on a jet ski, and my buddy ended up marrying the woman that arrested me from the Coast Guard.
Come on.
Shut the front door.
They're divorced now. Piece of shit. Unbelievable. I could not believe it.
Really?
Yeah. And that was
What about space? Do you believe in space?
I do believe in space. I just don't care.
Okay.
I have this theory about space. Like, I'm never going to be able to go there. I mean, realistically, I'm never going to go there. So I don't care. I think the stars are beautiful. I think the moon is beautiful. Do I care about a galaxy 3.5 million light years away? No, I don't. I think people that are obsessed with horoscopes and space, more power to you. I love hunting and golf and
love that
stuff that I can see and touch. If you want to look at the fucking Andromeda galaxy, go ahead. I don't understand people that love space movies. That's fine. It's exciting. What if an asteroid hits the Earth? Oh my God.
Of an asteroid.
Oh.
Isn't that a medicine?
Yeah.
That's
great.
I'll say this, Dave. Listen, man, like I've known you since I know your whole family. I love you guys. You work for me. You're one of the best people on planet Earth. You opened up yourself and dude, you're one of the greats, dude. You're a fucking legend of everything you said today, man. Like I couldn't
exactly.
I couldn't be more grateful for having you here, man. And I hope you know that personally, for real. Like you're one of the best, dude.
I have loved Danny. Danny was one of the first people I met ever when I met to high school. I wasn't even in high school yet. I was trying out for the golf team.
Shit.
I was I was going in as a freshman. Danny was a junior, and 2 other guys were all older, and they were trying out for the team. And next thing you know, one of these motherfuckers has a bottle of whiskey in their bag. So he gets shit-faced.
It's a true story.
And I'm 14 years old. And I was the only one out of the 4 of us to make the team.
He made the team. The 3 of us did not.
But this
is Notre Dame golf.
That was when I met
You didn't make the team?
No.
Really?
Me and the 3 other guys did not make. Or 2 other guys. He made it.
And that was the first time I met Danny. And I will say, as long as I've known Danny, him and I have never had an argument ever. And I think it's just like a sign of true friendship. Most of my great friends and I have never had real arguments. And this is something for the female listeners out there.
Yeah.
And this is just something. It's like, if they're your true friends, no matter what you get into, you just have to figure out how to keep your friendship. 'Cause I feel like most women,
100%.
most women don't have friendships that last 30, 40, 50 years.
People say that's unheard of, dude.
And
It's common to us.
I would say it's common. Like you said, Joe, it's common to us. I mean, all of my great friends, the majority of them, I've known almost 30 years. And we talk almost every day. And I just think it's important. It's like the petty shit, let it go. I mean,
I'll say this, man. Like, Dave, reciprocate it. Like, we are so lucky because, like, when I tell people I've known people, my best friends are first grade, second grade. They're like, "Are you kidding me?" Yeah, no, legit. My friends are from first grade, second grade, third grade.
Family.
Like,
Yep.
dude, it's unbelievable. So, Dave, I love you, man. I appreciate you being here.
yeah.
I'm
Is
grateful
there
to have you.
anything we left out, by the way? Is there anything that the story that the fun, just to lead us out, let us go out on a good note here?
God, I'm trying to think.
If you don't have anything, that's fine. Let me finish by this. I think, I didn't know you going into this as well as I knew your brother, say your dad, but coming out of this, I think you're a great guy. I think exactly what Danny said. You're a legend in its own right. That's why we call it the Ordinary Legends. I appreciate you being open about everything and sharing your stories and having fun with us. And just thank you for everything. And if there's anything else going on.
No, I'm happy to be here. Maybe I could come back for a second episode. I mean, I got so many stories.
I'll tell you this. The first 5 people that we interviewed, we're going to take them to Key West. So when we go to maybe 100 or something, we're going to Key West.
And we're going to do a show there.
So, hey, listen, Ordinary Legends, check us out on our YouTube.
Follow
our
us on all.
socials.
There's going to be some link down at the bottom.
Some
here.
link. I don't know what the fuck.
We're banned
We're
from
gonna do
Facebook
some shit.
still. I
something
think
tight.
we might get back.
That's Marky.
on.
Marky's our dog. He's out there in the back.
Marky D.
Randy,
who's
shout
over
out to
here.
Randy, our audio guy who's been phenomenal.
Marky and the
whole
Funky
time.
Bunch.
If you stayed this long and listened to us, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Peace.
Guys, thanks for having me.
Ordinary Legends.